Thank you for joining us for the concert. Learn more about the powerful connection between music and brain health by checking out the information at www.aarp.org/brainhealth. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Friday night concert. I'm Andy Bozarth, Director of Outreach and Advocacy for AARP Kansas, and have we got a treat for you tonight. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the music of Les Lankhorst.
It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around and finally found there's somebody who could make me be true, could make me be blue, or even be glad just to be sad thinking of you. Some others I've seen, they might never be mean, they might never be cross or try to be boss. They wouldn't do, for nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you. Others I've seen might never be mean, they might never be cross, right to be boss. They wouldn't do, no, for nobody else gave me a thrill. With all of your faults, I love you still. Baby, it had to be you, a wonderful you. It had to be you.
Well, I've been singing since I was just a little kid. In church choir is where I started. I think I was about this tall. But then, of course, I did high school musicals and choir, and all through college I was in a show choir called the K-State Singers. But I've been performing my own solo show now all over the world in concert venues and on cruise ships and local venues for probably about 25 years.
Wildcat Kelly looking mighty pale, standing by the sheriff's side, when that sheriff said, "I'm taking you to jail," Wildcat raised his head and cried, "Oh, give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze. Listen to the murmur of those cottonwood trees. Send me off forever, but I ask you please don't fence me in, just turn me loose. Let me straddle my own saddle underneath those western skies. On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see those mountains rise. I want to ride to the ridge where the west commences, gaze at the moon until I lose my senses. I can't look at hobbles and I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in. Just to turn me loose, let me straddle my own saddle underneath the western skies. On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise. I want to ride to the ridge where the west commences, gaze at the moon until I lose all my senses. I can't look at hobbles, girl, I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in, boo-boo. And don't fence me in. No, don't you fence me in.
Well, for me, my main, I like to think of him as my mentor. My main inspiration has always been Harry Connick Jr. Him and I are exactly the same age, and when he released his first album to the movie When Harry Met Sally, it was a young man doing all this great old swing music, and I fell in love with that music, and then from then on I started to explore other artists. Of course, Frank Sinatra, Bobby Darin, Mel Torme, Nat King Cole, those people all come to mind when I think of my inspirations. And of course, the modern young crooner, Michael Bublé.
What'll I do if you are far away and I am blue? What'll I do? What'll I do when I am wondering who is kissing you? What'll I do? What'll I do with just a photograph to tell my troubles to? When I'm alone with only dreams of you that won't come what'll I do? When I'm alone with only dreams of you that won't come true, what'll I do? What'll I do?
Honestly, every gig for me is very special because I know that music brings joy to so many people. But I think some of my most memorable would have to be I once did a symphonic show with the Acapulco Symphony on the cliffs of Acapulco during a big tourism conference. And what made that memorable for me was at the very end of me doing That's Life by Frank Sinatra, my last song, they shot off about $100,000 worth of fireworks right over my head, and I had no warning that it was going to happen. So it actually scared the heck out of me. But that was very, very cool. And then, of course, I sang the national anthem for the Kansas City Chiefs once a while back, and there were about 70,000 people in the stands. That was also very cool. But everything in between, because I honestly truly love what I do, and I know that music is so special to so many people, and I love bringing that kind of joy.
Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? Does your memory stray to the bright sunny day when I kiss you and call you sweetheart? Do the chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do you gaze at your doorstep and picture me there? Is your heart filled with pain? Should I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight? The chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do you gaze at your doorstep and picture me there? Is your heart filled with pain? Should I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight?
I have lots of interests and hobbies. I love to travel. I'm a very avid video gamer as well. I started playing video games way back in the 80s when they first came out. I love my pets and animals, all animals. And when the weather gets warm, if you follow any of my social media, you'll see that I'm an avid cyclist as well. If it's over 70 degrees, I'm probably out on my bike for 1 to 2 hours, trying to squeeze in 25 or so miles here in Kansas, preferably in the Kansas heat. I love anything that has to do with nature as well. I love getting out and hiking.
Chicago, Chicago, that's Huddlin' Town. Chicago, Chicago, I'll show you around. You'll love it, bet your bottom dollar you lose your blues. It's Chicago, Chicago, the town that Billy Sunday could not get down. On State Street, that great street, I just want to say they do things that they don't do on Broadway. They have the time of their life. I saw a man and he danced with his wife in Chicago, Chicago, my hometown. Chicago, Chicago, that's Huddlin' Town. Chicago, Chicago, I'll show you around. You'll love it, bet your bottom dollar you lose your blues in Chicago, Chicago, the town that Billy Sunday could not get down. On State Street, that great street, I just want to say they do things that they never do on Broadway. Say they have the time of their life. I saw a man and he danced with his wife in Chicago, 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 that's my hometown.
Future plans with music, I'm always looking for the next gig. I've got some coming up. Of course, I also, my other full-time job with music is I'm a lighting designer for a group called the Texas Tenors. So I'm on the road with them as well throughout the year. But for my own stuff, I do have a recording project in the works. It's kind of a secret, but not too much of a secret, actually. It's I think I'm going to call it old timey, and I'm planning on doing old country music in that next recording. We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. It's you must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. For I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so.
Thank you all for tuning in tonight. I hope you had a good time with me, Les Lankhorst, the crooner, and some great classic music. And I did want to take a second and thank Kansas AARP for asking me to do this. I had lots of fun. I hope you did too. Have a great night, and make sure you find me on all the social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Les Lankhorst, the crooner. Thanks and good night.
That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, you're shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top in June. I said that's life. As funny as it seems, some people get their kicks stomping on a dream. But I'm not gonna let that get me down.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. Tune in next time, same place.